Well, normally they're different colors, but because they're these, I'm using my gray ones, I can't. Yeah, I have no idea where that thing went. So, guys, we're playing the wonderful. I dropped a dice on the ground and we can't find it. Somebody's gonna end up stepping on it one day and
roll an ankle.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Hey guys, it's been a little while.
A bit.
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
But Eric and Tom at 4 Up Gaming.
Look at that.
Yeah, we got some in the background. I know. Kind
of a white wall.
Yeah, not just a white wall anymore. So got something in the background. But yeah, Eric and Tom, 4 Up Gaming.
Yeah.
Bringing you guys another exciting 3rd edition Kings of War battle report. And this time you have your full Abyssal Dwarf army.
Yep. First go. So we'll see what happens.
It's done. It's painted. It's based, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Looks really, really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm really not looking forward to fighting it because
the exact same army.
Except that you have decimators.
I do have decimators,
and I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't have any shooting.
Yeah.
But those decimators are nasty. What is it like? It's 25 shots, right?
Yeah. Pierce 1, vicious.
Pierce 1, vicious,
yeah.
And you can move and fire.
Yeah, steady aim.
And you can, what is it, 12-inch range?
Yeah, 12-inch.
So then plus your little 4-inch W leg, so 16-inch range, yeah. Which is obviously you're going to outrange me.
Yeah.
You put both of those on one horde though, and
it's a lot. 50 shots.
Gone.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, those. I mean, decimator hordes are just nasty. And what is their nerve? They're defense 4 or 5.
Defense 4.
Defense 4. Yeah. Okay.
Probably 20, 22, something like that. 21, 23?
21, 23 probably.
Like
pretty standard, right? Yeah. So I'm definitely not. Anybody out there, if you guys run decimators or play against decimators, you'll know what I'm talking about here. But
they're shooty. They're a horde, so they got 25 combat attacks too. Hit on 4s, no piercing or anything or crushing, but
still though,
it's still can shoot you and hit you.
Yeah, exactly. So for example, you charge him with a BS unit just to take away their make them disordered,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, I'm gonna stick, right? You're not gonna stick. Kind of like what used to happen with my elves when people would charge into the elf. God, why am I blanking on this? The elf archers.
Oh yeah.
They charged into the elf archers, and remember they used to be elite with everything. So then I would be elite in attack too. Yeah, I had to hit on 5s.
Are pop in one turn.
They are.
They are.
Even if they're defense 4.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you're really hoping to do is to disorder them.
Yeah.
And that's really all you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But you've got so much other speed on the board. And now is this and you guys will see it here in a minute, but is this the complete?
That's it.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be 10 units then?
10 units.
So, I mean, you've got enough speed to where you're going to keep people away from those decimators, until you want to engage.
Yeah.
And that's going to hurt. Plus, decimators, if somebody flies on your flank, flies behind you, right?
Yeah,
you turn around and
penalty.
You're done.
Yep.
Somebody flies that dragon over, you better hope you're out of 16-inch range because that's going to hurt bad. Did you give them nimble or anything like that?
Nimble? No.
Yeah, like Wine of Elvenkind or anything like that? I know.
On decimators?
Just so you guys know, Tom doesn't really do that much kind of war gear. I don't think any of us have ever used Wine of Elvenkind.
I don't think so. It seems like it might be good though.
It probably is because people nimble. We just never used it.
Yeah.
you know, the meta, at least in our little group, is, except for me, but Juicy and Tom hardly ever use spells.
Bodies over magic.
Yep.
More
bodies. And so it's difficult for me sometimes because I sometimes do like to throw in a little bit of flavor there with it, and I usually get burned.
Sometimes you have like 20 spells going over.
Throwing stuff out. But it's the problem with having so many different, so much different war gear though too, is that unless you have something like these cards, which they are from Kings of War, Mantic as well.
You play the game by this.
Yeah, if you guys are getting into the hobby, or even if you guys play and you sometimes forget what you have on a unit, get these cards. Mantic makes them, and I know Ironheart Artisans makes them too.
They make the little wooden token things too. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And as long as you remember what the wooden token stands for. What's good about these cards though is that it actually gives a little description down below on what it actually is. So it'll say Blade of Slashing, and then it'll say what it is, and then it'll also let you know what the point cost was, just in case your opponent is like, how much does that go? Whatever. It makes it easier.
So you don't forget. It's nice because we always forget stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, what did I give that unit?
Yeah, exactly. And so when you have those there, they're literally right in front of you. Yeah. And you're like, am I forget? Oh no, I'm not. Okay, Blessing of the Gods. Cool. So
you get caught up in the combat and stuff. You're like, oh, rolling dice. Oh yeah. By the way, they had elite. Too late now.
Yeah, right.
Over the card, you're like, oh yeah, they have elite.
Yep.
Whatever they have.
Yep, exactly. Because that was the biggest problem for me for the longest time. Is I'd put war gear on everybody, and then I'd forget what it was, and it wouldn't do you any good. So yeah, I was always war gear heavy. You definitely were not.
Watch our Helpy's Rift if you want to see some forgetting war gear.
Oh my God, that was bad. Yeah, watch the Helpy's Rift one. I was forgetting stuff.
You don't have cards for it.
You were forgetting stuff. Yeah, especially with Helpy's Rift.
Oh yeah.
We were forgetting stuff left and right. I don't think we did an actual complete correct turn until turn 3. Something like that.
We were confused.
It was bad. It was bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna be playing my orcs, and nothing.
Hopefully everybody likes the army.
Yeah,
finally done.
Yes, so, hopefully you guys are gonna like it. I'll
say something nice about it.
Get some nice close-ups of it, and try and make them look even better. Although I don't think that's possible. They look really good. I guess the other thing too, if you guys are wondering, the terrain that he has on the bases itself, those are actually 3D printed.
I think Ender Games, something like that, from Amazon is where I got them.
Ender Games from Amazon. Yeah. I mean, it used to be the terrain and terrain components were expensive.
Yeah, these are cheap.
I mean,
for them. I was telling
$20 for 10 pieces. That's insane. And
all sorts of different sizes and lengths and stuff.
And this stuff
it's pretty cool. They almost fit on a horde. One's a little fat, but
and this stuff could be used for just regular terrain if you didn't want to use it on the bases and stuff. But that just kind of adds a nice little element. And for those of you out there that are getting into the hobby, that are trying to figure out how are you going to base stuff, how should you base things? If you are going to base things, it's always nice to have something sturdy besides your models on the base that you can grab, that you can pick up, you can move around. And so this definitely gives that. For you.
It's super easy. I just used foam core. Just cut out the foam core to size. Threw some sand on there. Dry brushed over the top. Threw a wall on there. I think it looks pretty good.
Pretty simple. Pretty darn easy.
Cheap,
pretty darn easy. Pretty darn easy. No MDF there.
No.
So that definitely kept, especially right now, it seems like MDF is kind of expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, back to the game. We haven't rolled for scenario yet, so we'll talk about scenario here in a minute. Is this how the terrain's gonna be set up?
Yeah.
Okay, so terrain is already set up. So we'll go over that here in a second and get everything set up and get on with the game.
Yeah.
the Abyssal Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Tell me what you got, Tom.
3 regiments of half-breeds.
Yeah, you
with
do.
a half-breed champ with Blade of the Beast Slayer.
That's just not. That does not look pretty for everybody. Hopefully, you guys can see that. That does not look pretty up there on that hill.
Got a Winged Overmaster with Blade of Slashing. We got a Dragonfire team. I think that's what they're called. Hopefully. Horde of Decimators with Blessing of the Gods. We got another Winged Overmaster with Trickster's Wand, a Horde of Decimators, and another regiment of half-breeds.
Nice. So 10 units for your army.
10 units.
It's a little small. Normally your armies are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
You definitely, yeah.
So it's a little cost, a little expensive. 2 dragons.
It's alpha strike with shooting cleanup.
Yeah. 2 dragons eats up a lot of points.
Oh yeah, no, totally. You definitely. I mean, obviously your right flank, my left flank. I mean, that's just all speed.
Yeah.
And then you have speed in the middle, which is also your inspiring.
Yeah.
So. For anybody out there who is looking at this game from a tactical point of view, just kind of watch what he does with his dragons, because he's got to be careful with them.
That's my inspiring.
Yeah, because they're your inspiring. Other than your dude over there, which obviously he's going to stay with his cav.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can't get too reckless with your dragons unless you're going to support them with your decimators and be pretty close. Otherwise, you're going to leave the rest of your army without inspiring.
Yeah.
So that's, it's the challenge that, in a way, I guess I don't like it, but in a way I do like that Mantic was like, hey, yeah, we're going to give your dragons inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
And that's cool, but now you've got to decide what you want to do with your dragons. And so you can't really be reckless unless you want to have something else with inspiring.
Yeah.
So, but you got speed in the middle there, which can kind of use, if you want, you can kind of use it as skirmishers, keep people away from your decimators, keep stuff that is going to outrange your decimators.
Yeah.
Keep them thinking about what they're going to do, so that way your decimators can get closer. Or if you need to charge in, and then you can, get the hell out of the way. Decimators can shoot. After that, as long as your decimators don't get hit and disordered, I mean, the dragons can definitely serve a really good purpose there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, interesting to see how I play it.
And then you got another nice little bit of speed on this side as well.
Yeah.
With 1 unit. It'll be interesting though, because obviously I only put 1 on my side as well. So, but we'll go over that in just a sec. So, you've got a lot of speed. I think you've only got 3 units that have less than, or that actually have speed 4.
Yeah.
So this is fast dwarves. It's like the free dwarves. I hated playing the free dwarves. But yeah, so that is the Abyssal Dwarves in all their beautiful glory, direct from Sri Lanka. Only took 18 months. No, I'm just kidding. But from start to finish,
2 days after our last game.
Yeah.
The next day, I think.
Right.
As a matter of fact. We haven't played since then. So.
It's taken a little while to get the full army completed and done. Obviously, with the pandemic.
Old COVID.
Yeah, old buddy COVID. It's been taking a little while. So, but now they are here. And we're going to see how they do on the battlefield.
Yeah, first game with them.
Let's go ahead and check and see what the... Yeah, it's your first game with just all Abyssal Dwarves, huh? Because normally you throw in some Ratkin. Because normally you do a little bit of Ratkin, or you supplement it with other things, but now it's all Abyssal Dwarves, huh?
All Mantic.
Ooh, all Mantic, too.
All Mantic.
So when we go back to Adepticon, if they ever have one again, you have a very good chance of winning it all, huh?
No.
Yeah, guys, we'll tell you right now...
middle of the pack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Tom's middle of the pack. The rest of us are bringing up the rear. But middle of the pack for sure for you. No, I think you can do better. It just depends on play styles. And, I mean, it's going to be crazy. Think about it. When we go back to Adepticon, it's going to be way different because...
That's the best, though. People travel from all over the damn place.
They do.
So
but think of how the meta. But think of how the meta has been constricted.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had as many tournaments. Yeah, I know that they just did what tournament they just did. Yeah, they just did Lone Wolf, and I know there's tournaments that are starting to pick up again. But the meta, I think, is still so weird. Like there's really nothing ironed out right now.
Yeah.
So, all right, we will check out the Orcs. All right, so for the Orcs, I have a regiment of Gore Riders. I have my nice little chaff unit of Orclings there. And behind them I have the horde of axes with Brew of Sharpness. And then holding down kind of sort of the middle of my line, I have a War Drum. And then I have 2 God Speakers, one with Shroud of the Saint and Bane Chant and Heal, the other one with Inspiring Talisman and Bane Chant and Heal. And then I have my other axe horde in the back there with Blessing of the Gods. Up front, kind of being my chaff, my meat wall that's going to get shot to shit is my 2 regiments of fight wagons. Yes, I did finally get both of them nicely painted. Well, I don't want to say nicely, but I finished painting them. And the one on the left of the screen, but it'll be my right hand side when I'm playing them, is they have Aegis of the Elohai. So, which was completely unintentional. I just wanted to capitalize on having a fearless unit with Aegis of the Elohai.
Oh, nice.
Because the only time they can fail it is if they die, and at that point, there's no fucking point. So, did not know you were running Decimators, so that's gonna hurt. But anyway, and then I got my Orc on a Slasher.
Baby Dragon.
Or as Tom calls them, baby dragons. And then holding down my left flank, I've got a nice little unit of Gore Riders, and then another
Baby Dragon.
Baby dragon.
Baby
Oh,
it's like
great.
Baby shark, but it's big.
Oh, God. So with my battle line, kind of much of the same thing actually as Tom's. I've got my speed. Don't even start. Oh no, I'm gonna hear that in my head. Oh. We got my daughter a toy for Easter that's Baby Shark.
Did you?
Yeah, and it's just like when she hits it, it does the Baby Shark song.
Oh no.
The problem though is not her, because she's like, oh, that's cute. The problem is my son, because he gets it and he actually starts dancing to it.
Oh, Baby Shark.
And she thinks it's hilarious. It is funny watching an 11-month-old dance to it. And so he just starts dancing to it, and then he just hits it again and again and again. And I'm like, oh my God, Baby Shark, I'm going to kill somebody. But that is actually the new CPR song. So when you're performing CPR, you no longer do Staying Alive. That was the old one. But apparently nobody knows Staying Alive anymore.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess disco. But anyway, they said that it was also too slow, too. So they said, Baby Shark, you should do your compressions based off the beat of Baby Shark. So for all of those of you out there that are CPR certified, Baby Shark now is what you're going to sing when you're trying to save somebody's life. Now they might tell you to shut the fuck up after you save their life, but anyway, yeah, it'll probably wake them up. Sorry, back to the game. Anyway, I got my speed on my flanks as well. I do have a dragon in the middle, partially because I wanted to help bolster this huge block in the center. I really feel like if this center crumbles, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. I also wanted to have my dragon over. Yes, my dragon, not baby dragon. I almost said baby dragon. Over here, because just in case, if I decide to move up my left flank, this does give me a little bit of options as far as assisting against your guys on the flank over there. Yeah. Or if I need to keep them in the middle for inspiring or whatever, because you are going to shoot the hell out of me, which is also why I put this unit with the Aegis of the Elohai, because they're not going to be in direct range or in close range with inspiring. So they have a better likelihood of surviving. This unit is probably going to do the inspiring, at least right away, so that's why I have it set up like that. And the thing is, guys, I know some of you are probably thinking why I'm telling everybody all this, and right in front of Tom. Tom already knows what I'm doing. So we've played
many years.
I mean, over a decade now. We've played games together. He knows what I'm going to do, and yeah, it's no surprise to him. Anyway, and then with the war drums do what war drums do, guys. Obviously there's no hidden tactical agenda with war drums. You have them in the middle of things that you feel like you're going to need that rallying to on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep moving it up or if I'm just going to stop it when it gets in the forest. It would be nice to give the fight wagon rallying too, because then that would boost it to like 19, fearless, fearless 17 or 19 or something.
What are they normally? 17, 15?
15, I think. 15? Yeah, they're not crazy high. Yeah. Hence why I have them out front as my chaff. Hopefully they'll soak up some shots and call it a day. And then I have my other flank over here. This flank is kind of sparse because, Well, I got all my shit right there in the middle.
It's got the blockade in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Try and ram it down my throat.
I'm just gonna try and go forward, and we're gonna see what happens here. So as far as scenario goes, scenario is loot. Loot is one of the original scenarios. I think we played this not too long ago. It is 3 objectives. I'm sorry, not objectives. Loot counters in the center of the board. And any unit can pick them up. Well, any scoring unit or any unit that has unit strength can pick them up. Individuals and war machines cannot, which actually that does apply to quite a bit of us. You have a war machine, and he is not an individual, I don't believe, on your side, though, right?
Yeah, he's individual.
Okay, so your cav is individual.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have 2 individuals. My 2 God Speakers cannot pick them up, but my War Drum can. He usually ends up picking shit up anyway, because he is unit strength 1, because he's technically a monster. Yeah. And then, of course, my Orclings. We'll see if the Orclings run out there and try and grab the objective early and get killed. So, anyway, loot. You got to hold on to the loot counter until the end. Whoever has the loot counters wins. There's 3 loot counters, so unless one is contested or multiples are contested, it's hard to get a draw on this one, yeah. And as far as terrain goes, we have over there on the very far edge a piece of impassable. We have a height 2 hill. We have a forest. And then we have a nice little obstacle, which just so happens to be right in front of your of your decimators.
Thank you, Dash 28, for setting up the terrain for us.
I honestly thought that you had 2 pieces there, 2 obstacles there, and I forgot that was actually just part of your base. Another impassable, and then a height 3 hill right here, and then we have a nice no man's land in the middle, and then we get to a piece of impassable in my deployment zone, and then another nice little forest, and then an obstacle over there on my right flank. So I really think, I think that the terrain, 1 piece, I think, 2 pieces benefit you, but wherever you play, you're going to have terrain that's going to benefit somebody.
We each have a forest. We each have
right, it's pretty well balanced. I would just say the only thing would be obviously this hill here, and then of course that obstacle. But there again, when you're playing this game, terrain is not going to always be non-favorable to both parties. You're going to have terrain that favors one over the other, right? Like for example, if we had more forest on this board, you would be pissed because you have so much cav. It would really hurt you, right? And so if we were
running through the
or a river running through the middle of the board, right?
both of us, we both have.
I was about to say, that actually would affect both of us. But anyway, that's what we're looking at, guys. Hopefully that answered some of the initial tactical questions that you guys might have. Again, if you are watching these for tactical, analysis and points of view, sorry, probably not your best source of that. So
I just set up my battle groups.
Yep.
Inspiring battle group, inspiring battle group, inspiring battle group, and then I just kind of play it as the game goes on. I don't really know what I'm doing until it starts moving and starts happening.
And I wish I had nice little battle groups, but I kind of do. Except for over here on my right flank, there's no real battle group over there. But yeah, sure, I'm gonna sound like I do that as well. I'm gonna sound smart too, just like Tom. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go on to turn 1. All right, end of turn 1, and as is customary for us, we just did some moving. Tom,
not too exciting.
Yeah, Tom moved up. He's positioned nicely on that hill to get a nice charge. Let's see, get a little thunderous onto your crushing. This unit screwed me up because you angled it in such a way where it obviously extended your charge range. So I had to angle my Gore Riders back a little bit from my dragon. I also had to pull back my dragon a little bit over here because he would have been in range of that unit. While I think he would have totally been able to take a charge from half-breeds, I don't want to multi-charge, and that's what you like to do is multi-charge. So it still might happen. I mean, you can still very well multi-charge me with the 2 dragons, but I just don't really think you want to try and give up 2 for 1.
No.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Especially when you've got this fucking gun line behind there that is going to shoot the shit out of me when I get closer. And then you moved up your other half-breeds in a nice little skirmish move because you didn't want me to be able to just move up everything full speed. You did still want to slow me down. I've got to respect half-breeds because half-breeds are pretty good cav.
They're damn good.
So I've got to respect them with my Gore Riders because Gore Riders are really good offensively, but they are not good defensively. Yeah. So and I usually try and run them together, but I'm doing something a little bit different. I had to kind of do a different strategy because of your gun line. I've had to use a nice little meat shield, meat wall there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, and then I was slowed down with the obstacle there. I was not able to march my horde of axes up. And then because we're playing the range game here in the middle, I was unable to move everything up at its full speed. The fight wagons are speed 7. So my max charge speed would be 14. And so because of that, obviously, I'm trying to stay out of your shooting range from your guys over there. So I wasn't able to move them up fully, meaning I was not able to move my axes up either quite as far. Going to slow me down a little bit, which sucks, but it's loot, so we're going towards the center of the board. I don't know. I'm not really too worried about getting there a little bit slower. Go right ahead if you want to grab stuff, but I don't think you're going to.
No.
I think you're going to shoot me off. I think you're going to shoot me off the board and then just slowly saunter on over and pick up the loot counters from all the dead orc bodies that are on the ground. So that's it for turn 1, guys. I think the only thing that actually happened is you casted Hex on one of my casters.
Roll some dice.
Because you wanted to roll something.
To roll some dice.
Yeah, so that is literally the only thing exchange between the two armies that happened. So we're going to go ahead and go on to turn 2. I wonder how much dice is on your floor.
Probably a lot.
You know?
James would throw dice.
That's right. I remember James fucking hucking dice. James, yes, we do remember that. Actually, I did find some of your black dice.
I found a bunch.
Yeah.
I got a few over here.
when we used to play over there in that corner before the billiard table, when you had a dedicated gaming table. There's so many dice that we found. Oh my god. Yeah, remember just taking the dice out and we're just chucking them. Oh, James, we miss you. All right. So not a lot happened, but a lot of positioning happened in turn 2. So this is probably going to make or break the whole game. So on the left flank over here, Tom moved his guys up to be out of range of my Gore Riders, but you put yourself in range to charge my guy, my dragon. So you were forcing me. I had to do something with my dragon. Could not sit him here anymore. I had to do something. Yeah, death or glory. So I charged.
You put both dragons in. I was surprised.
Yeah, I did. I put both dragons in.
I thought that one was gonna come over and defend against that guy.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna happen.
I had to, man. I had to. I had to get them into the decimators there. Only did 2 wounds. Both of my dragons whiffed hardcore this turn. Got 4 wounds over there, and I got 2 wounds there. Now, granted, he was hindered, but 2 wounds is pathetic. And then over here, 4 wounds, and then I think I rolled an 8. So if I would have got just a couple more, I could have wavered him at least. Oh, that would have been nice. Moved up my fight wagon, and then moved up my other fight wagon, grabbed the loot counter. So yeah, I guess maybe I shouldn't have picked up the loot counter because I did actually shorten my range. But I have a feeling that you're probably going to flank anyway. I don't know. Maybe you're going to shoot them and then, I'm sorry, not flank, but rear charge. But you may also rear charge that one and then just shoot this one off the board. I could totally see you doing that.
I think I'm minus on these guys.
No, actually, you don't. Never mind. Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
I would have done that for sure, but I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, no, you've only got 2 options. You can either rear charge them or you can flank them. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. You positioned. You ran away, which is unusual for you. You ran away with your 1 dragon. I'm trying to. I think I could.
Inspiring.
Oh, okay.
I was worried if I pop both dragons over. I think
you have no inspiring on that. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say I can count on one hand how many times in 12 years I've ever seen you do that.
And like I told you, the dude was in the forest, so I don't know if I could kill him because of the rallying. Because of the
Yep. The war drum boosts the rallying.
Throwing him in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have double flank on you, and then I would have taken that. But I was like, I don't know if I can do with the hindered.
Yeah.
After seeing your hindered, I'm like,
yeah, hindering might not go very well this game.
Dragon.
So yeah, right here, my my group of Orclings, they're being brave. They're running right up there to the unit of Abyssal Horsemen as far as they can. I still am on this freaking obstacle over here. So speed 5, here we go. Woo! Yeah, right. And then I still have my other dudes back here. I think we are both right outside of charge range. When I say we both, I mean his Abyssal Horsemen and my Gore Riders.
Yeah.
We're both just right outside of each other's charge range, and I'm just trying to get in his way and just be a pain in the butt because that's what the Orcs do.
They're nasty. That damn unit, man, gives me all sorts of problems.
It's just a dumb little unit, and it's just a pain in the ass, and that's why I love them. But anyway, that is what happened on turn 2. So a lot of positioning that I think will ultimately affect the game overall. Yeah. But yeah, very interesting. You jumped over with your dragon and then faced, which I was like, and then I'm like, well, I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm going to do. I mean, I did leave these here because I didn't want to totally give you a rear charge, obviously.
Yeah.
And then also, I want you to choose which one you're going to take, right?
Yeah.
I want to at least be able to have, if you do decide to rear charge here, I want to be able to have these guys be able to charge. And then again, if you flank here, if you don't wipe them out, I can at least turn and smash back. So, yeah, that's where we're at, guys. End of turn 2, going into an exciting turn 3. Oh, boy. All right, well, what are we on, turn 3? Yeah, turn 3.
Turn this will be 4.
Turn 3, yeah. Going to start turn 4.
Yeah.
And we both had some shocking combats.
Yeah.
The first combat that was shocking is right here. You guys will notice my dragon is gone because Tom flanked, which I thought that was what was going to do the damage.
Because he's an individual.
That's true. Yeah, I mean,
6 dice.
Right, exactly. So Tom flanked in, but because it was an individual, you don't double anything, and you did like a measly like 2 wounds, right? And then you proceeded to miss, or you rolled 16 dice. Missed one to hit, and then you did 9 more wounds, got him up to 11. And then you rolled an 11 for nerve, and then you rolled a 9 on the reroll. Needless to say, my dragon died. Yeah, had 0 wounds on him. I'm a little pissed because now this whole side he's free to do almost whatever he wants. And so once I killed the war machine that he fed me because he was trying to keep me from charging his horde here, I now have to turn and face, and yeah. So that is going to hurt. That fight wagon unit is probably going to be gone next turn. But a nice little reprieve for me. I was able to wipe out one of his horsemen.
Fed that to him.
That was amazing.
No, I expected the dragon to die.
No.
I was like, I'll keep them off me for a turn, and I'll come in.
But I also was not expecting them to die in one turn either. I mean, that was... Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I rolled actually pretty good with them. Yeah. So I'm not as bitter about that loss. But they're still, I mean, they're obviously not going to survive. They're coming off the hill. You're going to be, Crush 1 Thunders 2, 16 attacks, and I am a 13, 15 nerve. So unless you epically whiff, which is probably not going to happen, my Gore Riders are going to be gone. I had a little bit of a conundrum here. I moved my Orc axe up. You guys will notice, yes, I did leave the rear facing him, because if I would have turned and faced him, he just would have hopped over me and did the same thing, and we would be dancing, and it really wouldn't do anything.
If he would have turned, would have hopped over, and then I have rears on,
right,
and then keep this unit back, it would have really messed him up. So
sometimes you just when you
take the punishment.
Yeah, sometimes when you know you're going to take it in the rear, sometimes it is the best option. Sometimes you just got to let it happen, as painful as it's going to be. Let's see, the dragon charged back in. I did a respectable, I think I did more wounds this time.
Yeah, I only had 2, so you did 7.
That was pretty good. I'll take 7 out of 10 attacks. I'll take that. Fight wagons charged in and did 8 wounds, which
is good.
Pretty darn good. They were hindered. I was able to Bane chant them. They did really well. Yeah. And the stars of the turn, the Orclings. The Orclings, guys, with 12 attacks, needing 5s to hit and then needing 4s to wound. I did 5 wounds on those guys. Yeah, I almost wavered him too.
That was nasty.
I needed 2 more on the nerve
yeah.
roll. That would have been amazing. Amazing. When your chaff units can waver a unit, it doesn't even, unless it's another chaff unit, but if they can waver a unit, that is just awesome. So anyway, that is what has happened. Let's see. You, other than killing my dragon, I think that was the only thing you took off the board.
Yeah,
that is definitely going to change, though. I mean, you're definitely going to kill the Orclings here. These guys already have a good amount of wounds on them. Yeah, they got 7 wounds on them. So you really don't need to do too much there. But there again, I mean, you are having to hit against 5s. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. You got 25 attacks. I think you're going to be fine. I'm interested to see what you're going to do with the dragon.
I know.
You know, are you going to flank these guys? Are you going to move up? I don't know. I personally would flank the fight wagons. But there again, you've also got your nice little flank over there that is probably going to come down and flank. But who knows? Maybe you're actually going to move these guys towards my horde and kind of create a nasty little like trifecta of pain. Pardon the pun. But yeah, something's got to, you know, having this objective here is going to kind of force your hand a little bit because you've only got 2 units on this side that can effectively hold it. Now, you can always wait until the end of the game. You got dragons, and you can always fly them around and grab the objective. That can totally happen. But you still have to keep something focused over here. The objective in the middle is still up for grabs, right? This objective over here,
not looking good for
it's not looking good for you. So there again, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But
run that side.
It's looking. It's all because of the Orclings, guys. All because of the Orclings. All right, we're going to go on to turn 4. Oh, end of turn 4. Yeah, I'm sure you guys saw this turn went bad really quick. You know, there was a chance that the rear charge would work or would not work and that I would hold. Even with a unit that had defense 5 and 0 wounds on it and 22, 24 attacks. It was looking really promising until Tom rolled 26 hits out of 27.
Was that what it was?
Yes, you missed 1.
Dang, that was good.
And then he proceeded to wound on all but 6 of those. So 21 wounds. I'm sorry, all but 5 of those. Yeah. So 21 wounds, guys. 21 wounds! Yeah, this is how this game has gone. Over there, you totally whooped up on my fight wagons. Oh, and then on the other side, you whooped up on those fight wagons too. It was just bad. Very, very bad. So both the fight wagons were dead. Luckily, though, my dragon
did well.
Finished off the freaking decimators. Took him 3 turns, but yeah, finished them off.
So that was good.
You know, that is true. Although they're going to get a shot this turn, maybe, unless you charge them or whatever. Yeah.
That
so
unit never got shot off, though.
Yeah, that unit never got a shot off. So this is going to still be very bloody, even though it doesn't look bad. It's bad. What are we at? We're going to go into turn 5, and so Tom is going to double charge my dragon and kill him. He's going to flank charge my horde over here with this dragon, and then probably hit with this dragon, I'm guessing, as well.
It's going to be a flank front.
Yeah, it'll be a flank front, yeah, because you don't have the angle for another flank. But a flank front, and then you're going to turn and you're going to shoot the hell out of those guys.
You move up and shoot,
Yeah. So it's definitely going to happen, and it's going to be nasty. And I think you might, well, I mean, you know, my war drums and everything else be on the board, but I might make it a turn 5. Guys, it just comes down to one thing. Sometimes the dice just do not go your way. And I felt like I had a good strategy, but again,
blockade did well.
Sometimes just, you know, things happen, and the dice fucking hate you. And by the way, again, there's still a bounty on those red dice. If anybody can find them and get rid of them, I will literally pay you 1,000 dog coin or Doge coins. I will pay you 1,000 Doge coins for whoever can get rid of those red freaking dice. Thanks a lot, Jimmy, for not like taking them and burning them. But anyway, we're going to go on to turn 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to keep my brim of my hat down low so people can't see the real pain and anguish. I should have brought some freaking
all I gotta
beer,
say
man.
Is 3 double ones. 3 times double ones on this guy. That's all I gotta say.
All I gotta say is rear charge, 21 wounds, fucking 11 wounds over here. I mean, I swear to God, man, you were hitting like crazy with
Until the
everything.
end. Then it fell apart.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it falling apart. You shot the hell out of them.
That was cool.
You
That was
did.
good.
You did 9 wounds.
Yeah, Decimator's laid into
9
him.
wounds.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, God, man. Like, okay, so just to put it in perspective, I had a dude with Shroud of the Saint, okay, and was marching with my 1 unit, whatever, it is what it is. I cast it 1 time.
Did you?
On,
oh,
right
that
here.
Guy, that's right.
That was at the end of the game.
Yeah,
you know
last
why?
turn.
Because I didn't get a chance to cast it on anything. Because every time you attacked, except for this dragon, for some reason this dragon you could
3
not
double
kill.
ones.
You could
3
not kill.
times.
He was in combat 5 times and you could
3
not kill him.
turns of
But
double
other
ones.
than that, every unit you hit, you killed.
Yeah.
Except for this, yeah. So the big horde, where you flanked and then you front charged, and the dragons. Every other unit,
Wiped him out.
you wiped them out with 1 hit.
Yeah, that was
with
good.
1 combat. That's nuts. In a way, I feel bad because you know that would not happen in a tournament.
Maybe.
Right? I mean, there's no way, man. If you're rolling through people like that, dude, you are going to go to Great Britain and then hopefully get, hopefully you would beat the hell out of them too.
Yeah.
Because come on now, I can't root against you.
That'd be messed
We're in the
up.
same gaming
Yeah,
group.
the
I mean,
gaming
that would be
group.
fucked up.
Got to represent Orc gaining here.
We've been playing, we've been playing together for like over a decade. That would be horrible of me. But oh my God, man, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was watching your hits that you were picking up, and it was like 2
What's up with
here.
this?
Well, because it was like, are you kidding me?
I rolled
Hits.
out there.
No, you did. But it's just you were like 1, 2.
Yeah, there was a couple of them where I was like 1.
I'm like,
miss.
really? Like, come on. Are
Hitting
you
on
kidding
3s
me?
is way different than hitting on 4s.
Way different.
Way
You
different.
rolled like 2 2s the whole fucking game. Oh my God. But yeah, so what are you going to change now? You said you're going to change something with this list?
I don't know, I'm actually kind of buying into this one. This one's pretty
Well, hold on now. Just keep this in mind. What happened here is probably not the
I
best
actually kinda
telling
like
of what'll
this guy.
happen
This
again.
little guy over here. I was gonna drop him and drop the Dragonfire thing, which I don't like anyway. And
Yeah, I
then,
mean,
Horde
all it
Obsidian
did.
Golems.
I mean, did it help? Yeah, kinda.
I should have got rid of that and put a BSB with a loot. I don't know what the heck I was
BSB
thinking.
with loot
That
would
was
have been
bad.
much better.
Bad list design.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, I will
Yeah.
say. But since you don't usually make those mistakes,
I wasn't expecting
I'll
to
take
run
it.
down the throat with 2 fight wagons. I thought I was going to be able to shoot the hordes.
And this whole line would have been much different if you wouldn't have been able to pull your cav over. If
Yeah.
that dragon
Oh, yeah.
would have freaking held at least another turn,
Yeah.
that would have
It would have been way
really
different.
made things different because it would have given time for my main battle line to catch up, and then of course you fucking rear charged and wiped him out like that.
Yeah.
21 wounds.
21 wounds.
21 out of 27
Little dragon.
attacks.
He's player of the game, man. That dude's been killing it. Dude's been real good.
But I can't really be too angry because this
3
dragon.
turns of double ones.
I mean, he did actually wipe out 2 units. He definitely did a lot. And my Orclings, man, almost took out a unit. They almost took out a unit. It's chaff, right?
They pretty much destroyed that unit.
Yeah. No, I mean,
half-breeds.
it crippled them to the point to where a stiff breeze would have killed them.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they were stabbing all the little, the bottoms
that
of
was
the
crazy.
dudes. They were just like, we got you. Now, granted, when you smacked them back, they died. But I
They came in
almost
just 5
killed
wounds
them.
and softened them up for the charge from the Boar Riders.
Yeah, it was just done.
Yeah.
We talked about this off camera, but this list really shows a big hole in my orc list, and that is that I need to have an individual. And it was funny because we were talking about this before the game too, how I didn't necessarily want one of my inspiring units to be up in the fray, so to speak, but I almost need to have a
anti-flyer, which is weird because he has flyers, but he has.
Yeah, I do. I have flyers,
He
but
needs an anti-flyer
I need an
unit.
anti-flyer. Yeah, I totally need an anti-flyer. If anything but just keep you from jumping over. The thing is, man, I totally thought, I was like, you know what? He's gonna 21 or 27 attacks. Normally, you're gonna hit with 18 or so, 18,
27
19.
in threes.
What is that? I don't know. We're not mathematicians, but it's
like
still
19.
It's still
19.
decent. But then out of 19, okay, defense 5, 3. Okay, or not threes. I'm sorry. You need anything but still because you're plus 3.
So it's pretty much auto wounds. So 19 wounds. So I mean, that was.
I don't know if I'd say 19 wounds though. I mean, you're gonna get. Well, no, I guess it would be 19.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, with vicious, but there is a possibility. But there is a possibility that you're not gonna re-roll, or that you could re-roll ones. A 1/6 chance that you re-roll ones twice. Actually, 1 in 12. But anyway, so I'd say probably 17. Because I would say that 2 dice. Two.
Are you gonna roll double ones twice?
You're gonna roll double ones twice on 2 dice. Because I roll them twice all the time. But anyway, 17. Okay, then maybe you need a little bit more. But 21. Holy shit,
that was
man!
solid.
I mean, it was just done.
Yeah. Plus, he had Blade of Slashing. Don't forget that. That's my Blade of Slashing right there. 5 points. I recommend Blade of Slashing on dragons.
Yeah. Anyway, it was still a fun game though. It sucked getting my ass beat. But
first round with the Abyssal Dwarfs. Hopefully everybody likes them. They look
first
sweet.
round with full Abyssal Dwarfs, right?
Yeah. My actual army that I've been planning for like 8 months.
Yeah. Right. Actually, all painted. They look beautiful. That sucked for me. I would have liked to have had a little more competitive game, but it still went turn 5, and I still did kill stuff. It's not like you had your whole army on the board, and I was
you were
sitting
killing
over there.
stuff for sure.
I was still, once I could get to you, I was doing okay.
It's very glass hammer. The army's very, very glass hammer. It's super squishy, but man, it packs a wall up.
Yeah,
these guys, they kill when they hit.
Yeah, and they do. They really do.
But they can't take it back. Alpha Strike. I mean, it's just an Alpha Strike army.
Yeah, and the Decimators are good. You know, they clean stuff up and everything. But
pretty happy with those guys. Those guys are nasty.
Ultimately, though, I mean, I like the list. I know you're going to change. I would probably tweak that one thing, make it a BSB with loot.
Yeah.
But I would leave. I would leave him and run him like you did with your other guys. Gives them inspiring. You don't have to worry about running a dragon with them.
I also have a list with 3 hordes of Decimators, so we'll see.
Yeah. Anywho, so if there are people out there that still want to game with Tom, even though he makes such douchebag lists, he actually is a good person to play against.
Yeah, we have fun.
So we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're laughing and joking around.
Oh my God, I need to go.
It was going good, and
it was going great,
and then I have those one turns where I'm just like pick up your units.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, two misses. Oh yeah. Oh, one miss. Oh, one miss. It was like, oh my God. Oh, so sad. So sad. May the orcs rest in peace.
Just remember, baby dragon.
Baby dragon. Yeah. Baby dragon. I don't even think they're like classified as a dragon. I mean, what is a slasher?
I don't know.
What is a slasher?
It's a baby dragon. That's what it is.
But yours aren't even dragons. You got the face of a dude.
Flying
cow. You have a face of a weird looking guy. Looks like he's trying to shit out a fucking Oldsmobile, man. They're all like, that's what they look like to me.
They're super huge models. I'm surprised how big they are compared to yours. I thought they were more like even. It's mostly wings, but.
Yeah, mostly wings that I get caught on. Yeah. By the way, this is what we're talking about, right? I mean, obviously, my little slashers are a lot smaller. Look at the size of these freaking wings. And yeah, because I'm short, I get, trying to move over and caught on and everything.
Like a bunch.
It happened a lot. It happened a lot. But yeah, man, I mean, good game, even though it sucks getting your ass beat. But
we haven't played in a while. So
we haven't played in a while.
I've been excited to try this army out. It's been sitting up there. I'm just like, man,
I'm happy.
Come over and play against me so I can try out my new army.
I'm happy that it worked. I'm happy that it worked well for you. I'm happy that you had just an overwhelming victory because you've been working, or well, I shouldn't say you, but you've been waiting for this army, letting those poor little sweatshop kids paint up all the models and everything, and just all that sweat and blood that went into the creation of this army. I'm glad it did well.
Yeah.
And hopefully for all those kids that are out there in Sri Lanka, if they
Thank you for painting my stuff.
If they ever get a chance to watch this, they will be just more than thankful that their sweat and blood and tears went into something that made me sweat, bleed, and cry. So there you go. We're gonna try and get another game. Not tonight, but
Not tonight.
Yeah, no, not tonight. It's getting pretty late.
Doing
But
these late games now.
yeah, I'll try and get these late games in. But yeah, so hopefully you guys liked the battle report. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that
yeah.
good stuff. Our
Let me know what you
subscribers are
think.
growing.
Yeah, let me know what you think of the new Abyssals.
Yeah, let them know what you think. I tell them what I think all the time.
It does. You involve 2 fingers.
Usually involves 2 fingers, and it's not the thumbs up either.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah, so let us know what you think. At this point now, we have multiple completed armies. So
Yeah.
again, if you guys want different armies being on the battlefield, let us know. Obviously, I've been playing the Orcs a lot recently because
New
they're my
army.
newest
We get
army.
the new armies. Like,
Yeah,
you want to try
and,
it out.
and
get a game
Abyssal
feel.
Dwarves, you know, because they're finally complete. But we do have, we also have elves, we have ratkin,
Dwarves,
free dwarves, sylvankin with some modifications, and then the undead as well. So,
and the ogres.
yeah, that's right, and the ogres. Yeah,
That usually doesn't play.
whenever we can. Yeah, exactly. I think you left him at my house. So yeah, probably did. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think, please. We're still trying to add more things as far as scenery goes and stuff like that. It's just we haven't played in a while, so we want to keep things pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
We do have some battlefield cards that maybe if we keep playing with the same armies over and over, maybe we'll throw some battlefield cards in there. The ones that are like, you know, this piece of terrain is whatever grants you +1 or
nice.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those things that kind of make things different. We can always add those in as well if you guys want to see that. They're from 2nd edition, but I think they work just fine in 3rd edition.
Sure.
It's nothing too crazy of a change. So other than that, though, we're going to get the hell out of here, or I'm going to get the hell out of here. And yeah, Tom's probably going to go to sleep. So we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.